The concept of the Wiccan god is unique in the sense that a lot of Wiccans put a face on things that we already know exist, such as the energy that exists in the universe. All of it, that includes um, black holes all the way down to a blade of grass. So every single thing in the universe has energy, and combined is usually what a Wiccan would define as god or goddess. Wiccans like to put a face on that god or goddess, usually in the form of the triple goddess, which is Maiden, Mother, Crone. It represents a woman in the three stages of her life, or in the horn god, which is a, the playful kind of happy consort of the goddess with his antlers, and or also the green man. But you can make your goddess or god however you feel it would look. It doesn't necessarily have to be the triple goddess or the horn god or anything really. In my case, I don't really feel the need to personalize that energy myself, but a lot of Wiccans do, and the most popular would be the triple goddess. So that's basically the concept of God. It's female and male at the same time, but it's more matriarchal in the sense that we see females as life-giving, and males as more of the protector, the right-hand man, the consort, the brother, that type of thing. Since I don't really put a face on that energy, instead of goddess or god, I get a lot of my advice and guidance from totems, which is basically an animal spirit guide, as opposed to putting a face on energy. I narrow it down to one thing. In my case, I look to the wolf. I have a lot in common with that, but really there's tons of different totems out there, and you can follow both the goddess and god and a totem if that's what you choose. When you choose a totem for yourself, it helps to meditate, and maybe a certain animal will come to you, or they could come to you in a dream, or you could find a type of animal that you relate to based on research that you've done. Most totems correspond to one of the four elements, so if you find yourself kind of a passionate and enthusiastic person, very active, very strong-willed, you probably relate best to fire. The totems for fire are mostly big cats, particularly the lion, although tigers and panthers are also very popular. The dragon would fall into that category as well. That's basically what the fire totems are. If you find yourself more of an intellect, intelligent, thoughtful, playful and joyful, and kind of a thoughtful person, you probably correspond best with air. Air totems are, as you might guess, birds and insects with wings. The butterfly and the dragonfly are very popular, as well as the hawk, eagle, and dove. Those are very popular totems, and they relate to a lot of different people. If you are an emotional person, compassionate, loving, caring, effeminate in nature, then you probably correspond best with water. Water is pretty easy. Most of those totems are fish or sea mammals such as whales or dolphins. Amphibians included, frogs and turtles would fall into that category as well. You can pretty much imagine that. If you find yourself to be grounded, patient, and kind of a common sense type person, then you probably correspond best with the element of earth. This is what I think would be the most diverse of all the elements in terms of totems, because there's so many of them, so many land-dwelling animals. That could include crawling insects, land mammals, that type of thing, including my totem, which is wolf. There's also bear. That's a very popular one. hyenas and rabbits, elk, deer, that type of thing. Those are very popular and prominent totems. They choose a lot of different people. The reason why I chose wolf, well, there's quite a few reasons, but whenever I meditate, a wolf usually will come to me and sit by my side while I'm thinking. On top of that, I've dreamt of wolves several times, but most importantly, my name, I'm a Connolly, O'Connolly, which means I'm a descendant of Connell, which is an Irish word, Gaelic, which means fierce as the wolf, which is how I get my name, Speed Fierce Wolf. It comes from that. So I relate to that because it's kind of like a family thing. On top of that, I have a lot of qualities in common with the wolf. The wolf is an incredibly loyal spirit. It's very, very pack-oriented. It needs to be with its friends and family. It's not a loner like a lot of people would assume. There's really no lone wolf. If a wolf does separate from the pack, it's very temporary, and they'll always return, always, no matter what, to share what they've learned on their adventure, so to speak. But they're never gone for long. They're very nurturing and almost shy in a way. They never attack unless provoked or unless they're protecting their pack. So that's where I stand. I'm going to put a link down there to a website that has a list of totems. So you can look through that. If you find one that calls to you, then go for it. That's important. Otherwise, have a good day and blessed be.